making the Exeo is take the Audi's old clothes, give them a wash, and sell them on as something new. Now, it sounds like a frugal idea, but does it work in the real world? Today, I will be scouring second-hand shops in the Exeo and then trying to sell on what I buy for a profit. Thank you. By the end of the day, I will have figured out whether this SEAT is actually a bargain basement Audi or just some lazily sewn together old rags. And hopefully, I'll have made a few quid profit myself too. Although knowing me and my business acumen, I very much doubt it. Before the next used clothes emporium, I had time to get to know my charity shop chariot. SEAT have actually changed over a third of the parts of the old A4 to make the Exeo, which makes it feel slightly less like an old A4. Mind you, this interior is lifted wholesale from the old A4 Cabriolet, and it feels just as well screwed together as the German that it's based on. Oh look, there's another charity shop. Let's find some treasure. With another potential second-hand money spinner in the bag, I could test the Exeo's boot. You can definitely fit a few old biddies in here. It's massive. At the opposite end to the boot are some engines. Perhaps the most sensible choice is this, the 140 brake horsepower diesel. It's the slightly lower powered model, but it still gets from 0 to 62 in 9.2 seconds. It does over 50 miles to the gallon on the combined cycle, and it still shifts along perfectly well. The cheapest Exeo with the 140 brake horsepower engine can be yours for less than £18,000, £5 grand cheaper than a current A4 with the same power. That's nearly as economical as a second-hand book that nobody wants, obviously. So far then, this is better than the old A4 and cheaper than the current A4. My only slight niggling suspicion is that you might want to save up and spend the extra money on a brand new Audi instead. Sometimes the feeling of crisp, starchy new stuff is worth the extra cash. I was worried that the clothes weren't going to offer much profit. After all, they were basically other people's rejects. But the Exeo, well, that was making more sense. OK, so it's not quite as accomplished as a current A4, but it is a hell of a lot better value. This is a budget car with premium quality. But had I managed to pull off the same trick with my second-hand clothes? I figured that the best way to shift old clothes is to do what every Oxfam shopping student in the country does. Whip out the word retro and pretend my rags were cutting edge. So, can I sell them on to the vintage shop for more than the £22.97 I've spent? OK, so what do you reckon? Maybe 30, 40 quid for the lot? Probably £8. Well, I'll take it. Thank you. OK, so I'm absolutely rubbish at getting old stuff and selling it on for a profit. But SEAT have succeeded where I have failed. The Exeo doesn't need to dress itself up as vintage or retro to be successful. It's just a brilliant, exceptionally good value car, and it doesn't need to be sneered at for wearing old clothes.